Men of Reddit who dated a party girl. How did things turn out? They're a lot like the parties they drag you to. It starts off a little awkward, becomes the best time of your life. Then it starts to drag on too long, and before you know it, it's 5:30 a.m. and you desperately want to get out of there. At some point, the party is over, and there's a mess to clean up. She cheated. Lots of parties and sex, her with others, not me. I called my party girl GF for a ride home when I realized I couldn't drive. She picked me up and she was drunk too. This got a much greater response than I had anticipated. I found out she was drunk when she sideswiped a car on the freeway and couldn't pull over because she had been drinking. Strangely enough, the other car didn't pull over either. Lots of drinking and driving happening in Vegas all the time. Eventually I realized she was a pathological liar, but the sex was unreal. Op is about to find out the hard way, skull, and in his heart, he knows it. She was beautiful and charming on a level that I haven't experienced since her. Also, she was the heiress to a ton of money. She disappeared 2 years ago. No bank activity. No social media. Scary. Not good. She got too drunk on our final date, started bullying me, and strangers came up to me and saved me. Told me she's mean and I could hang out with them. Total mess. It was fun until it wasn't. She cheated. Wound up with a few boyfriends-in-law. I dated an after-party girl phase girl in her 30s. Was still trying to go wild ever now and then. Loved attention from guys. And was incredibly toxic. I dated the hot, popular cheerleader back in high school. I can tell you right now. Big mistake. She was always dragging to parties. Getting either drunk, stoned, or both. And fucking gods only know how many other dudes. By the time I broke up with her, I was about ready to slay 10,000 monkeys out of pure rage towards this person. Last I heard, she was in prison. You need to define what you mean by date. If you're just looking for some girl to spend time with and have fun with, they're honestly awesome. If you're looking for a serious committed relationship, you're a huge fucking moron. A lot of younger guys try to lock down party girls and then complain when the party girl acts like a party girl. Be realistic about what you want out of the relationship. Don't try to change people. We were both partying maniacs who decided to settle down at around the same time that we found each other. Been married for 21 years now with 2 kids and living the good life. We were both lucky with the timing. Otherwise would have probably been a mess. Don't waste your time. Married with kids 17 years later. I didn't take it seriously at all. And it was a lot of fun. She had her things she did when I wasn't around. And I would go out with other women when she wasn't around. We both knew the score. She did show up at 5 a.m. a few times. Luckily never when I had another woman over. Eventually it was pretty gut-wrenching. She wanted something more serious. And I didn't have the heart to tell her that I'd never trust her. So we just kinda walked away from each other. Terrible LMAO. Frequent sex was literally the only positive. Party girls aren't for dating. Exactly how you'd expect. She's not yours, it's just your turn. That being said, no one knows what your situation is. I know a 50-year-old party girl with a 50-year-old party guy. They both have kids. Mesh super well together. Both have excellent jobs and love each other very much, and both love taking huge amounts of MDMA. Still, I am not sure how done they would have been to date in their 20s and 30s though. Had a lot of fun with it. You will never tie them down though. Although I think every guy has to experience it at least once in their life. Falling in love with an insanely hot party girl who will never ever love you back is one of the Great rides in life. Very important for character development too. Edit to add. The sex is so good it will ruin other girls for you for a while. It's never the same. Dated for like 5 months and she fucked some other dude. Couldn't keep up with all the drinking and drugs. 2. Should have been just fuck buddies emo. Sex was pretty great. Poorly, she was a cheating whore. Learned that lesson. Cheated on me. Not good. She ended up running a guy over with her car and is sitting in an 8x10 for the next 20 or so. Exhausting. Fun at first. But then later I just realized that it's all about the buzz. Dopamine hit. Drama that she gravitated towards. And then we barely have anything in common or to connect on besides what's happening on social media. The game. Or the next party. They steal all your drugs and argue about everything. Exactly how you would think. Had lots of sex, caught feelings, wanted to grow as a couple, but that won't happen with those types of girls. She ultimately cheated because I was boring now and went back to the party lifestyle, which is fine, but my advice, don't take it too seriously. Something casual where you both can go your own way once you've had your fun would be for the best. We are married for over 20 years and have a kid. My ex went from the cute shy introvert waitress to the hot blonde bartender. Partied, drugs, cheated, lied, you name it. Was pretty awful, not gonna lie. But she let it get the best of her, and I'm just glad she was able to kick it all and turn her life around. Great in bed, but otherwise, horrible. Would not recommend. Don't even bother. She cheated, lied, and couldn't control her alcohol. The end was ugly. She accused me of violence, so everyone who was a common friend stopped talking to me. Funnily enough, mom, best friend and Bill still follow me on IG, and another 2 of her best friends spend more time with me now than with her. Party girls are the worst if you want someone loyal and serious. Don't recommend. Sex was great but not worth the hassle. Worst time of my life. She literally traumatized me. I thought I could fix her. X200B, I could not fix her. Bad. Never, ever, again. It was fun for a few months. Then it got stressful, repetitive. Then it got sad breaking up with her, and then it got peaceful without her presence. Wouldn't repeat again. I'm married to her, but we're child-free. And while we party, we've got our shit together Sunday through Thursday. I'm about to turn 46. And she's about to turn 40. She was for the streets. Not well. Not well. It did in fact grip though. I knew she was cheating on me when I was in college, so I let her because I was able to go to parties because of her, and knew I will never see her again after graduating. Never seen her again after graduating, but see her on Instagram clubbing every weekend or drinking at a fancy bar, and we both are in our 30s. Divorce, rolling on the floor laughing. Party girls do what party girls do. And they always seem to date at least one guy who ends up dumbfounded to see that party girls keep doing what party girls do. Antibiotics. Well, it ended just like you might think it ended, me alone at Waffle House at 0200 and her ugly crying at the liquor store next door with a couple of used condoms in her purse and her thong hanging over the door handle. Standard Saturday night stuff. Dated the party girl model from our school. Things were great at first, but she was an unfathomable liar. Broke up with her when her friend sent me a video of her sucking some dude's dick on a boat. Miami spring break ain't no joke, fellas. But ultimately glad I got out of that relationship.